Hi, still going to solve one JEE Mains 2023 question. And the question is, if 1 minus root 3 iota whole power 200 is equal to 2 power 199 of p plus iota q, then the equation whose roots are p plus q square and p minus q plus q square is what? So basically, here they gave one particular equation which includes your iota, those ratios or those terms of your complex numbers, such that we need to find the value of p and q and we need to substitute in both these two terms, and later we will arrive at two roots, right? Using those two roots we need to derive the equation, and you guys know how to do that. Okay, so that is our main motive for this particular question. But the thing is, how will you find the value of p and q? That's the problem here. If you find out the value of p and q, the job is done. That's all. The job is over, and then you need to put the value of p and q in both these roots, and then just find out the equation. But our first motive is in order to find the value of p and q. So basically, try to understand. From this equation itself, we can understand that this is based on your complex numbers. And whenever we include your powers, think that I can say like that, whenever you have powers, either you will use your cube roots of unity or your Euler's form. Okay, because in cube roots of unity we will have omega. So omega for cube will always give us 1. Like that we need to try to eliminate everything, and that is what our main motive for this question. Or in Euler's form also we will have the some complex number raised to power some power. Okay, so that is what we are going to do here. So basically in this question we are going to use your cube roots of unity. So people, listen very carefully. In the LHS there is something but 1 minus root 3 iota whole power 200. What I need to do is, I know that in the RHS I am having 2 per 199. In order to cancel this 2 per 199, I need to take your 2 common. I hope that makes the people clear. In the LHS, if we take 2 common, then we will get 2 into root 3 iota, 2 into 1 minus root 3 iota, whole power 200. This is what you will get in LHS now. So now, 2 per 200 into 1 minus root 3 iota whole power 200, and that is equal to 2 power 199 into p plus iota q. Okay, so that's all. And now try to understand, this is nothing but your LHS. I just solved up your LHS. So just try to take your 2 common in your LHS. So when I take your 2 outside the bracket, I will get it as 2 times of 1 minus root 3 iota whole power 200. So a into b whole power 200 will be a power 200 into b power 200. As simple as that. And now from this I can cancel this 2 power 200 and 2 power 199. So therefore we will be left out with 1 2 here, and nothing will be there in this RHS. Okay, so very simple concept. And now listen very carefully. Already I told that we are going to use your cube roots of unity. There is something but your omega. What is the value of omega? The value of omega is minus 1 by 2 plus root 3 by 2 iota. Correct na? Your value of omega is minus 1 by 2 plus root 3 by 2 omega. So I need to do something, and I need to get a expression such that I am having this particular value of omega. Then I can substitute them as omega, and that is what we are going to do in this question. So I hope you guys understand what I am trying to say here. In this particular equation, somehow I need to do some changes. Therefore, I will get this particular expression in which I can replace it as omega. So what I need to do is, in this 1 minus root 3 iota whole power 200, take minus 1 common. Take minus 1 common, and people, you forgot one thing. When I take 2 common, this will be 1 by 2 minus root 3 iota by 2. Correct na? I forgot that, sorry for that. So when I take 2 common, it will be 1 by 2 minus root 3 iota by 2. And now almost almost this expression same, but the thing is the sign of 1 by 2 is plus 1 by 2 here, and the sign of plus root 3 by 2 iota is minus root 3 by iota. So which means I need to take your minus 1 common. So when I take your minus 1 common, I will get it as 2 times of minus 1 into minus 1 by 2 plus of root 3 by 2 iota. Then whole power 200 is equal to p plus iota q. Correct now? So I will help you guys what I did here. So it's very simple. I just took your 2 common, therefore get it as 1 by 2 minus root 3 iota by 2. I forgot to write that by 2, so now I am writing. So when I take 2 common, this is something you guys will be left out. And now we know that this expressions are almost same, but the only difference is we need to take the minus 1 common, and that is what I did here. And now the new expression that you will be getting is 2 times of, listen, when I take your minus 1 common, you will get minus 1 whole power 200. When a negative number or minus 1 is raised to power an even number, there will be plus 1 now. So there will be no changes. So therefore I can write it as 2 into minus 1 by 2 plus root 3 by 2 iota whole power 200 is equal to p plus iota q. This is something I got here. Okay. So very simple people. What I did here is just try to understand. We know that your cube root of unity or your omega is nothing but minus 1 by 2 plus root 3 by 2 iota. Therefore, this expression almost looks similar like that, but the only thing is I need to take your minus 1 common. So when I take your minus 1 common, you will get minus 1 whole power 200. That is nothing but 1. So there will be no changes. And this is a new form of equation that you guys will be left out. So now I will wrap all those things that I wrote before, because those things are not here now. Okay, wow. And now our next step is, we know that this is nothing but your omega. Minus 1 by 2 plus root 3 by 2 iota is your omega. So therefore, the same equation I can write it as, this 2 I can take that side. This 2 I can take to RHS. Therefore, I will get it as minus 1 by 2 plus root 3 by 2 iota will be omega. Then whole power 200 will be equal to, take this 2 to that side. Therefore, I will get it as p by 2 plus iota q by 2. Okay, wow. Now the question is very simple. What you guys are supposed to do is, we know one property now, or it's a basic thing. There's nothing but your omega cube, omega raised to power cube or omega raised to power integral multiples of 3 will always be 1. I hope you guys know that. In complex numbers itself, you guys would have learned when you go up on the topic of your cube roots of unity. So omega raised to power 3 or omega cube will be always 1, and also omega raised to power integral multiples of 3 will also be 1. I'm going to use this particular property. So that means I need to convert this particular exponential function or omega power 200 in terms of omega power some 3 times of n into some omega. So therefore, I can write it as omega power 198 into omega square. Correct now? And that is equal to p by 2 plus iota q by 2. I hope you guys understand what I am trying to do here. It's very simple. I know that omega raised to power any integral multiple of 3 is 1. So the highest value of 3 between 200. The highest value of integral multiple of 3 below 200 is 198. So this value will be 1. This value will be 1. So 1 into omega square will be omega square. That is equal to p by 2 plus iota q by 2. So this is what we got now. Now substitute the value of omega. Substitute the value of omega, that is minus 1 by 2 plus root 3 by 2 iota. So omega square will be minus 1 by 2 plus root 3 by 2 iota whole square. That will be nothing but use your a plus b whole square identity. Therefore, you will get it as 1 by 4 plus of root 3 by 2 iota whole square will be What guys? Root 3 by 2 iota whole square will be 3 minus 3 by 4, correct now? Then minus of 2 times of AB, okay? So because plus of 2 times of AB will be 2 times of minus 1 by 2 into root 3 by 2. That will be nothing but minus of root 3, okay? So this is what you guys will be left out, and that will be is equal to P plus iota q by 2. Correct now? So from this I will get it as this two cancel out. So therefore 1 by 4 minus 3 by 4 will be minus 2 by 4, that is minus 1 by 2. Then minus root 3 iota by 2, and that is equal to P by 2 plus of iota q by 2. Correct now? And now we finally arrived at the equation such that we can directly find out the value of P and Q. Because these two equations look very similar, because we are having iota, I am having 2 the denominator on the both sides. So which means our job is done. So therefore from this I can say that, guys, did we do any mistake? Wait, I think we did some mistake, because okay, I think we did everything correct. So simplify side to the whole square. Plus of yes, everything is correct. So therefore your P will be nothing but minus 1 and Q will be minus root 3, correct now? So this is the value of P and Q. And now what has been asked in the question is they are asking the equation whose roots are P plus Q square and P minus Q plus Q square. Guys, I think we did some mistake. Wait for some time. Yeah, it's absolutely correct. So now what I'm gonna do is, it's very simple. What is P plus Q square? That will be nothing but minus 1 minus root 3 plus Q square. Plus Q square will be plus 3. Correct now? So 2 minus root 3 is 1 root. Comma P minus Q plus Q square, that will be minus 1 minus of minus root 3, that will be plus root 3. Then plus 3. Correct now? So that will be 2 plus root 3. So the two roots are 2 plus root 3 comma 2 minus root 3. Correct now? So these two are the roots of this particular equation. So now I will rub these things. So these two, 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3 are the roots. And now if we know the roots of a particular quadratic equation, we can directly arrive at the particular equation using one small relationship. It's a very basic thing that you guys learned in your 10th standard, even in 9th standard. That is nothing but the same equation can be written as x square minus of sum of roots. I will represent your sum of the roots as s into x, then plus of product of roots is equal to 0. Product of roots is p. So this is the relationship that you guys learned earlier. And now your roots are 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3. Therefore your sum of the roots will be 2 plus root 3 plus 2 minus root 3. That will be nothing but 4. And your product of roots will be product. So 2 plus root 3 into 2 minus root 3 will be use your a plus b into a minus b identity, that is the a square minus b square. So 4 minus 3 will be 1. And now just apply these things in the equation. Therefore it is x square minus 4x plus 1 is equal to 0, and this is the equation or the answer for this question. Okay, so people, sorry, in between I got stuck because somewhere I thought that this minus root 3 iota by 2 will be plus root 3 by iota by 2. Sorry for that particular mistake. And the thing is, you don't need to find out the value of omega square and all, because already we know that the omega square is nothing but minus 1 by 2 minus root 3 iota by 2. Okay, in complex numbers you guys have learned, and then omega is nothing but minus 1 by 2 plus root 3 iota by 2. Correct na? So sorry for that particular mistake. So I will say whatever we did here, it's very simple. We just manipulated this particular equation and we arrived at a form in which we can use the properties of your cube roots of unity, and that is what I did here. And from that we got to know the value of p and q. Just we substituting these both roots, and therefore we will arrive that 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3 are the roots. Hence, you can directly get the equation by using this particular simple relationship. Never ever forget that. And that's all about this question. Thank you. Make education simple.